Good morning. My name is Thomas Warden, host in the Morning Motivation Show, along with Julio Reyes, Angie Lewis, Michael, Tim, JJ, Shannon, and Sherry, Mike, Roger, John, Vanita. We are all in here today to tell y'all hello and hope you're having a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day because you got up and you said thank you for everything that you have within this time-space reality of now. This world that you're living in today is the one that you're about to write a new chapter on. Why? Because you're going to shift your words and your energy into a whole new thought process just by that much. Instead of saying I can't, you're going to take off the NT and say I can and I will. And it's going to happen. Why? Because that's the intentions you're putting to you, because you got up today to live for who? To live for you. You're inside that physical body. You're the one that has that heartbeat going on. You're the one that the blood is flowing through these veins right here on a day-to-day basis. So what are you going to do today? You're going to get up and find some excitement for today, and you're going to make that heart pump just a little bit better, and then you're going to get a clearer focus on what you want to do today and where you want this life to go. So now you're going to shift those words and that thought process and know that you have the directions and the creativity within inside of you, that source energy that we all came in here with, to be able to create and go in the directions that you want to go in that make you happy. If you're unhappy, why would you chase that direction? Don't. Quit dwelling on it. We've been there so many times within our lifetime of dwelling on the things in the past that happened to us, or somebody did something to us that didn't make us feel good, and they didn't say the right words, and oh my God, I can't believe you said that to me. Guess what? Get off your pity party. There we go. So this is no more day to feel sad about what everybody else is saying or what their opinions and this, that, and the other. Who are you living for? What makes you tick? Not them. What makes you happy? Not them. What journeys are you designing? Not theirs. So whose life are you living on a day-to-day basis with that heartbeat? It's yours. I say it every day within here. You have the abilities to do what you truly want because you're the one that has the creativity mind right here. You're the one that is making this hand move. You're the one that can make those feet move. And that's the only one that is going to make your physical body move into a whole different direction that you want it to go in. All why? Because that's what you desire and that's what you want to do. I didn't go and ask anybody in here if I could start these morning motivations. No, I wanted them. Another team member got together and we co-created, and it happened. And now some others decided to get in with us. And now we have this 7 days a week going on almost 8 months strong now, because March is right around the corner already. Time is not being remade, so I'm loving this journey that is continuous evolving each day to make me a better person, to make this morning motivation better each day for each and everybody that is watching this on recording, or whether they're watching this live with us right now throughout any of the channels that we are streaming on. So every day we get in here to make sure that you know that you're living your life for you. Quit worrying about what everybody else is saying about you. They may not understand the journey that you want to go on and that you are speaking about or that you dream about, because once you dream it and you think it, and then all of a sudden you start talking about it and saying, wouldn't this be cool if we could do this, or wouldn't this be cool if this happened? Now, guess what? You just threw that thought process into your reality, and now something's going to start happening because that is what you keep thinking and you keep focusing on. Because wouldn't it be nice to be a whole lot easier to work from home instead of working construction for the rest of my life? Guess what? I'm working from home behind the laptop because that was something that I thought about. That's something that came up. And then guess what? The universe threw it in front of me right there on my screen as I was scrolling one night on a piece of machine that I've carried around in my hand for quite a few years and didn't really understand how to make a business with it. But guess what? I found some people that were doing it. They showed me how. And this is what I do on a day-to-day basis now, along with everybody that you probably see on this screen right here. We're all entrepreneurs shifting our lives in a whole different direction because why? We thought about it, we dreamed it, we focused on it, and we made action happen because we implemented once we found out the training. Now we shifted our entire life because that's what something we wanted. So if you're wanting your weight to be different, then you have to do something different. If you want your knowledge to be different about something, then you're going to have to get up in there and get some different knowledge than you have already been trained on, because it seems like if you're still looking, then you haven't truly found your answer. So you're going to have to dive into some more training, but dive into some more that people have accomplished and not just opinions of. Get you some true fact books, people who have actually taken action, YouTube channels, stuff like that. Every day, having fun with your life, designing it for you. It's your journey. Now start journaling, because that's what it's all about. Can't reach my journal. My journal's right over there. I write out my journal of things in my life, of where I'm going and how it has shifted and the paths that made it happen. It is so much fun. to be able to look back and see it all, and then be able to sit back in that rocking chair one day when I'm in my body that can't move like it needs to, but I'll be able to tell the stories out of my journal, just like you can. Your stories is your life. What do you want to make it? You got the power of the pen. Whoo! All right, I'm going to open up floor plan here. Who's got something that they want to rock with?
Well, I'm going to piggyback off that for a second, just the whole journaling aspect. I was listening to some Jim Rohn yesterday, day for yesterday, and he was talking about, and I've had this dream also, so it's not as of late that I've wanted to journal or been starting journaling or whatever. I've been journaling for years now. It's something that I, used to do when I was a kid, when I was younger, as a teenager. They used to require it, for certain classes. I used to be like, all right, I get to do what I love to do anyways. Great, but just the importance of journaling, so he was speaking about how one day he hopes, after he's long and gone, that, somebody would stumble onto his notes, somebody would read them and study them, and make them a part of their own routines, a part of their own life, a part of what they're doing to change somebody else's life, and then that, he would live on through his work, and I kind of feel that way. I want somebody to, when they read my stuff, I've had other people randomly stumbling onto my stuff, or me moving and me leaving a notebook here and there, and somebody saying, hey, you need to come pick up your notebook. Or why? Well, you got a bunch of stuff in here. Well, what do you mean a bunch of stuff? And what's written in there? Oh man, you have 30, 40 pages of notes, or, oh, so you're reading my stuff, and they're like, yeah, well, you got some good content in there, or people just telling me stuff like, man, some very wise words, I don't know if you took these notes here or there, wherever. So, where people, read some of my stuff. So and I'm not trying to boast in myself, but you'll be surprised on what you actually stumble onto, and what you discover within yourself just by journaling. You'll be surprised in what you discover, that you're capable of, and how your brain operates, behavioral patterns, things that you'll be able to break down, and you can use journaling as a great way to evaluate yourself internally, see where you're at, what goals you've accomplished, what goals that you set. I was watching a video message that one of Roxana's daughters made 3 years ago, yesterday evening. And it was, related to journaling. Hello. So she wasn't journaling, but she left herself a voice note 3 years ago to hear how small her voice was, the things that she was saying to her future self. And she was literally saying, hey, future self, you need to remember to such and such and such and such. And it was cute, but it was a child doing it. And it made me think about, like, wow, the impact we can have even on ourselves, leaving notes to ourselves, you need to stop doing this, or you need to start doing such and such. Think how you can set yourself up if you were to just stop and take some notes, stop and journal for you. I don't think enough people do that. Not enough individuals stop and reflect in that form, and it's just, I think it's something that's been very instrumental in me becoming the person that I am today, examining yourself from that journaling perspective. It can be a really powerful tool, in you pursuing that, that route to becoming the best version of yourself.
Vanita, you had some?
Yeah, just to piggyback off of that, when it comes to journaling, like, it's really important to put that pen to paper, because in that process, just the very act of putting the pen to the paper, it does something internally to you, and it allows you to reach into the depths of places that you may not have reached into for a while. It's a lot different than just journaling on your computer. Some people keep a journal on their computer, but when you actually have that pen or pencil in hand, there's something that takes place between the hand and the brain and the emotion that it's phenomenal, really. And when you do go back, because like Julio was saying, I've written some things, as a student and as a therapist, we've had to always keep journals. And when I go back sometimes, and I look through the journals, I'm like, who wrote that? Me? And so and where am I now compared to then? And it's just an amazing thing to be able to see when you put that hand, that pen in the hand and put that pen to the paper. It's just something magical happens from the depth. So I encourage you, if you're going to keep a journal, do hand to paper, pen to paper. That's all I wanted to say.
Hey, thank you. Definitely. The power of that creativity that sparks that hand from that, like she's saying, you made this happen with that pen in hand from here. So now that connection's happened. So when you put it down, like she's saying, it's just a flow of thoughts and processes and different dreams and goals. And that's why we say it's powerful to write down every day, 10 things that you're grateful for, the gratitude that you have for things that's in your life now. And that's why I say every morning to say them, say thank you for the blankets and the bed and the roof over your head and the belly and the life that you have and the loved ones around you now. Saying thank you, that's giving gratitude. Going to the mirror, that's another power gratitude right there. So just know that me and Shannon was talking about it a while ago, and she said a couple weeks ago that I had mentioned sleeping with a notepad and a pen beside your bed, because we all wake up at different hours and different time frames at night from either a dream or a noise or something. But guess what? It happened for a reason. Now you're sitting up. It's the middle of the night. Something's rolling on. Write it down. She said a while ago that she had wrote it down and woke up the next morning and knew that something happened that night and had to look back at the notepad. And, oh, yeah, I wrote that in the middle of the night. Wow. So you don't always know it, but yet it's things that are flowing through you at a time frame when you are less resistant. So when we have that less resistance, then we're able to allow in the spirits, and we're able to allow in those that need to give us a message right quick of some shape, form, or fashion, a guardian angel, a Holy Ghost, a Holy Spirit, whatever you want to call it. Just know that they woke you up for a reason. So now you're sitting up, grab the pen, don't even think twice. Sometimes I don't even have to look at the pad sometimes. I can just sit down and start writing, and, before you know it, it might be all kind of jumbled up down here, but it's not. So you can write without even looking sometimes. It's a crazy process that happens once you actually tap in and allow the receiving to come in, to allow the words. Like Julio says all the time, there's messages that just come out, and then it's just, he wants to get it out right then and there, and that's why he interrupts, because when they come through and they want to say something, it's kind of hard to hold them back sometimes. So it is one of those that it's awesome to be able to have that energy and that in-tuneness, and to be able to tap in to know that we are. Go ahead.
That's something else that I've noticed. I'm looking at something that I wrote, but I've learned that a lot of in my note taking, some of my note taking comes off in prayer form, where it's kind of like me asking for certain things, but asking, is that not the beginning of receiving? That's the beginning of receiving. You ask us all the time, are we ready to receive? You ask us when we start this, are we ready to receive? So I look at it as sparks can fly within your heart, within your soul, within who you are, while putting that pen to the paper, man. Sparks can fly within yourself. Like Benita just said a second ago, she'll go and reflect and go, who wrote this? Oh, wow, I wrote this. I can't tell you how many times I've experienced that. But you're never going to get a chance to experience it if you don't start journaling. You're never going to get the chance. I mean, so we realize these are us. This is me realizing stuff within myself. Benita describing that she's realizing stuff within herself. We're note takers. So that's something that me and her have in common. I don't know if any of you guys consider yourself a really great note taker or a writer even. That's something that me and Benita share also, so that we love to write. Well, it comes easier. Well, why don't you start developing that habit within yourself? You'll be surprised at the sparks that fly when you take this pen right here and put it to a paper, the magic that comes out that's within you. How else are you going to realize those things if you don't stop for a second and take some notes? You'd be surprised what's in you, man. Be surprised. There's some powerful things. Like I said, it's like sparks flying. Pretend it's the 4th of July within your heart, within your soul. And when you start bang, boom, pow, when you start writing. I recall getting lost. Yeah, getting lost in it. Thomas, you seen? We came back from the event in Vegas. Thomas going to sleep, waking up like, damn, dude, you're still writing? Yeah, I'm still writing, man. There's a lot in here. It's a powerful tool, guys. Really powerful.
Yes. Beautiful day. All right. Has anybody else got anything that they want to bring out on this? It's a good subject today.
I just want to share, my mom has kept a journal since she was 14, 67 years. She has every single one of them. And some are in rough shape because we've moved a million times and gone through some floods and all sorts of different things. So, but I mean, you can go back through them and it's every single day. Even if it's just like, oh, today was awful. It's in there, right? Like, it's every day of every bit of her life, pretty near, like, other than 14 years of it. So it's pretty amazing.
Definitely. To go back and look at that, and you probably should do it a little bit sooner. But, I mean, you got an autobiography right there already written out for you of things that's happened up and down each child that she had, the trials and tribulations of the pregnancy, I'm sure, and then ins and outs of the birth, you name it. She probably got you all the way through. So that is pretty cool right there. And then I think Mike have posted that his uncle did an email to himself 10 years ago, and he just got it, 3 months, a year in advance of being retired. So that'd be pretty cool to be able to read that message that he wrote himself to see what he was looking at for an advancement, because that's what we look at. Back then, his 10 years ago, they probably had to where he could work and have a job for the rest of his life type place. Those are kind of hard to find nowadays. But yet to be able to, all right, I'm getting into this, and then, I'm going to give this 10 years of my life, and then I want to be retired at such and such time. I'll be at this age. Because the older we get, you start figuring out, all right, where do I want to be? Because they ask us at a young age, where do you want to be right out of high school? Or what do you want to do? Had not a clue. Still don't. But I'm having fun with this journey now, figuring it all out. But I'm 40-something years of age, and, my career path that I was on at one subject moved to a different subject, and also moved to another subject. Why? Because each time I was evolving into something better within me, because they keep telling me there was something more for me. And I kept hearing it in the back of my head. There's something more. This is not what you're going to do for the rest of your life. This is a stepping stone. So each career path, I knew it was a stepping stone that I was going to be getting into something else that is going to be moving me to something else. So every day that I get up and I'm into this morning motivation, and then I get called to go to do different events and things, I'm knowing that I'm moving into a whole different realm of my life as I get older. So each day I'm saying thank you to everyone that's in here, and everyone that spends their time with us in the morning in here. And with everything that we have going on with the online world and all the support and the love that is giving out on there to build each and everybody's business up even more, to be able to have your creations even go bigger and better than you ever thought they would be. That is what I give out every day. And that's what I get back. And I love and appreciate you all. Has anybody got anything else in here that they want to talk about this morning before we wrap this up?
Hey guys, just want to jump on and say quickly on that topic. Maybe you're talking about just opportunities, make way for opportunity, guys. Say yes to all opportunities, because you have no idea where it's going to lead you. One small little yes may lead you to such a bigger opportunity. And I've seen that with many people on our platform, just, showing their true love, showing their heart and what they're about. And then someone reaching out to them and saying, hey, would you like to do this? Just like Thomas was just saying, just say yes and figure it out later. You don't have to have it all figured out at the beginning.
No, thank you. Yes, we are all steadily learning on a day-to-day basis. None of us in here knew it all from the get-go, and I won't know it all by the time I go into the gravesite. But guess what? I'm going to have fun each day, learning a little bit new that's making me into that happy state, waking up with a smile on my face, and then every day going out there and doing things that make me happy. I figured out the energies and the frequencies of the unhappiness that I don't want in my life, so I know where I don't need to dwell. So when I'm out there in that time space reality, and if it's something that's not making me happy, guess what? I'm going to remove myself from the situation and go do something that's going to make me happy. So whether it's just sitting in the middle of the park in the grass, I'm happy. So just know that I don't have to be pushed, and neither do you, into anything that you don't want to be put into. You're the one that makes the choices for your physical body and your life. So as long as you are happy with it and where you're going with it, then that's all we ask anybody. If you're happy with your career and that's what you're doing, and you spring out of bed and that's, hey, I'm happy, and you can get to go and do the things that you want, and you have the financial means and abundance and the security that you think you need in your life. If you're happy, I'm happy. But if you're sad, I'm going to say, hey, you're the only one that can change that situation. Nobody else can. If you're happy working for yourself and knowing that it is going to be a struggle as an entrepreneur, there will be ups and downs. You will be taking more hats on as an entrepreneur because you will be working for yourself. If not, you will learn how to outsource some of the stuff to others. And then when everybody says, oh, can't believe you'll do all that all the time. We don't do it all the time. We do it when it's best convenient for us, because we have learned how to schedule our life into the happy times of doing the things that make us happy. This makes us happy in the morning. I work till about 11 o'clock, and then I can take off for the rest of the day because I'm able to schedule the next meetings that I have. So
that's work, Thomas. That's work.
Yeah,
that's not work. You love doing that.
Yeah, I do. But it is good. It is fun. So guys, reach out at any time to anybody. If y'all want to learn how to shift your life into a different direction, totally. The morning motivations is just a kickstart for the day. And then, maybe there might be talks of doing one in the afternoon so you can wrap up and have good energy right before you go to bed. But nah, we're not doing that because I have fun before I go to bed. I put it in that same energy into my head. Before I go to sleep, I say thank you for the day and everything that we had throughout the day. And then guess what? My mind is now in a happy state when I go to sleep. So I'll have happy dreams, happy energy, happy flow. So when I wake up in the morning, guess what? I got happiness flowing again, right? So it's a continuous cycle. You make it happy, you think happy, it's going to go happy. You put the negative into it, then I'm not going to tell you where it could go because I didn't like the darkness. So it can overtake you. Have a good day, guys. This has been an awesome day. I thank and appreciate everybody that has come out. Y'all have an awesome day. Have an awesome Friday. And this is not recorded on Saturday and Sunday, but if you want to learn about exactly what all we do and how we do it, then come meet up with us on Saturday and Sunday, because we are talking about our products and our services and about each and every one of us as how we have shifted our entire life. So if you want to join in on Saturday and Sundays, just as well, come in, listen to us, but you got to come into the live. It won't be recorded and it won't be sent out. So we love and appreciate you guys. Have you a good day.